Recently, the Verizon iPhone hit store shelves, and depending on who you ask, it's either the best cell phone ever or simply the same iPhone 4 running on a different cell phone network. We took a closer look, however, and noticed some subtle differences between the two versions. The cell phone chip is now both GSM and CDMA compatible. If Apple keeps this design, they will only have to design one phone to work on both Verizon and AT&T, and every other carrier outside the US. It also means future iPhones may support both CDMA and GSM at the same time, making them able to function anywhere outside the US, no matter who your carrier is here. Unlike previous versions, there is also no slot for a SIM card. Verizon's network doesn't utilize the cards, so there is really no need for one in this phone. There's also a break in the antenna on the outside of the phone. Because the phone is now operating on a different frequency, the antenna had to be modified. The battery is slightly different. In the Verizon version, it weighs roughly 25 grams. In the AT&T version, it weighs roughly 26 grams. But both carry the same amount of power. Verizon's version also does not allow for talking on the phone and browsing the internet at the same time, which is pretty standard for every phone on CDMA networks like Sprint and Verizon. AT&T's version also supports 5-way conference calling, as opposed to the Verizon version, which only supports 2. As for the LCD itself, it's actually fused in screen glass, which is different from the AT&T version. So if it breaks, you may actually have to pay more if Apple is not willing to cover it under Apple Care. As for the vibrator, it's slightly different. You may notice it's slightly quieter and slightly softer. Ultimately, it may be best for some of you to wait until June, depending on what you're looking for and how much patience you have. Apple has historically released iPhone updates in June, the iPhone 3, the iPhone 4. So again, if you have the patience and you're willing to wait, it may be best to wait until June.